Hey guys, it is Sweet, and I'm here with a quick update for you. There have just been some patch notes released for the PvP tuning this week. It is what everyone has been asking for, so stay tuned to find out what they are and what they mean. Alright, so for anyone who is out of the loop, PvP has been a little bit wacky for the last, how many weeks are we? 8 weeks, 9 weeks of the expansion. It's been a little bit wacky. People have been doing insane bursts. Some of the abilities have been a little bit out of balance. So these were some nice, there's some really nice changes in here, so let's go through them. Players now deal 20% less damage to Death Knights, Hunter, and Warlock pets. This is a really good change. So as we were coming into Shadowlands, they buffed the amount of time that it required to res these pets without giving any other changes, just a nerf to how long it took to res them. This is a really welcome change, I think, for everyone. I think anyone who was playing the game realized that these pets were dying too fast. They need to die slower. They're such a big part of these three classes, and how fast they were dying was just not right. In 2v2, dampening will begin at 20% when both teams have either a tank or a healer. This is good. This change, the dampening was removed a couple of weeks ago. The reason it was, a couple of weeks ago, the reason it was removed is because burst damage was so high that you needed to have healing high. As our gear has increased, we've gained more versatility, we've gained more HP. There's no longer such a need for there to be no dampening in 2v2. So this is a good change. Games are going to go slower. There's been a lot more healers introduced into the 2v2 meta. So I think overall this is going to be a really positive change. Druid, Convoke the Spirits no longer casts Full Moon and Feral Frenzy when engaged with enemy players. Very, very welcome change. I think the Full Moon part of this is spot on. A really, really nice change. It's a nice middle ground. Druids can still be very effective with Convoke the Spirits. They can still punish people for playing poorly, but Full Moon is not going to hit you for 20,000 anymore, which is a nice change. I don't agree on the Feral Frenzy part. I don't think the Feral version of Convoke the Spirits was that strong that it needed to be nerfed at all. I feel like Feral is still one of the classes that is underperforming. It doesn't have a whole lot of defensives. It needs to be really good at offense. I think this Feral Frenzy change was a little bit unneeded for Feral Druids. Mage, Triune Ward Legendary now provides 50% effective barriers or 65% in PvP situations. Welcome change to reduce mage survivability. Mages were super tanky. This is a nice change. I think what the change that people wanted was for their shields to be combined into one shield so that it was easier to dispel combust, because getting through 3 barriers, Arcane Intellect, any other buffs they have, it was really tough. So, yeah, good change. Not the change that people want, but it is something. So fire, Infernal Cascade, which while combust is active, your fire blast grants you 3% increased fire damage for 5 seconds, stacking up to 2 times. The effectiveness has been reduced by 33% in PvP situations. Now, this is actually a good change. This is a very good change that was obviously well thought through. Fire is very strong in combust, as we know. It's far too strong in combust, but outside of combust, it's fairly weak. So this is a good change, making changes to the actual combustion spell, because every mage is playing this Infernal Cascade conduit. This is a good change. How much effect it's going to have on their damage, I'm not too sure yet. I guess we'll see. But any nerfs to combustion are welcome. I think all mages realized that they were a little bit overpowered. So this is a nice change that still allows them to be very strong, but not so much stronger than everyone else. Paladin, Holy, Divine Favor cooldown increased to 30 seconds, was 25 seconds, and now increases cast speed by 30%, was 60%. Holy Paladins are still the best healer by a country mile. This is not even, doesn't even matter. Not even going to talk about that point. Stupid. Protection and Retribution Paladins. Word of Glory's healing has been reduced by 20% in PvP situations. 20% is a really, really good number. Word of Glory is actually now a big part of Ret and Prot Pally gameplay. So I'm glad that they haven't completely gutted the spell. 20% means that they're still going to be a good off healer, but they're not going to be able to keep the team alive with Word of Glory. So I think that this is overall, this has been a nice little announcement to PvP changes. I'm not going to complain about this. I think some of this is really good. I think some of this is just not that big, not as big as it should be, but whatever. So guys, those were the changes. If you have any questions on these changes, please let me know. But as always, if you did like this video, please drop a like and a sub. Also, if you want to help out the brother a little bit more, hit join down the bottom. It's similar to subbing on Twitch. No pressure, obviously. But thank you once again for watching. I am Zweet, and I will hope to see you next time.